Looking at the Asian select,
it's back.
Yeah, this is literally what you wanted to see, right? And what you predicted.
Yeah, I'm very happy. That double dive, it's obviously slightly different. Flashback going to be picking up the Neon, but I think that is a more comfortable choice
over Liquid in the opening round. And choosing to start things off on Haven with a new comp, the Waylay and the Neon for DRX, and they're looking to attack mid early.
Looks like they're already flirting that way. With Flashback, the first to contact. Already swinging out onto the side. You've got Utility dumped. Mata in a really tough spot. He will be the first to fall.
Really like this approach from DRX with this flank as well, coming into A. Freeing still on low HP, and now that Scuba has dealt with him, now the post plant might get a little bit more awkward. All of a sudden, you have to worry about your flanks if you're DRX, but they've got 3 players stuck on site.
Remember, Scuba was a stud for NRG in their last matchup, but this time it's Bane who's lighting up the kill feed. Psalm falls, and all of a sudden this attempt, the bite behind this retakes gets lighter and lighter, and they continue to crumble. Just Scuba and Brock left. 2 most recent additions to the roster forced to try to win this pistol out for the number 2 seed from Americas. Brock, too many targets to choose from. Scuba will find one left in 1v2. Mako weak. Time falling short. That dart's going to arrive a little bit late. If Scuba can get half, maybe there's a shot, but no. DRX will walk away with the pistol.
Bane, a guy who hadn't even played with DRX at all in Stage 2. There's a funky smoke as well that gives Mata a little bit of a peek, but it's not necessarily ready for Fring to be up in that smoke.
Yeah, there's danger in that. Tries to spam, doesn't connect, and so he moves on. But the trap lies in wait. Mako, meanwhile, backside, besting the opposing Omen. And DRX lighted up once more.
That was mental, Doug. The double TP is on site from Mako. Take these longer fights. Of course, that off only going to be so meaningful if DRX plays slower rounds, which, as you can see, isn't really the vibe I'm getting from them.
No. Doesn't feel like it's been part of their game plan.
Yeah, so the other solution is you try to play full retake and, you know, use the smokes like this one into backside to threaten getting back in quickly, but this is going to be really hard again with that operator that's now been chucked over to Psalm's hands.
Yeah, no real ultimates, to speak of on the side of the defense. So they're waiting for just the right moment to strike. Utility goes out, the dive through from Mata, tucking into the ward, finding the kill, make that 2, gets online with 3. Graffiti is his for the taking, as is the site for NRG.
That was absolutely gorgeous for Mata. Mako, the sole survivor here, does end up taking Mata down at the end of it, but NRG will get there first here.
They're going back B.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, it's always when Fring is A short, that's when they're popping into the B site, and this is no different.
I think one big difference here is remember the ults that they have at their disposal on the defense.
Yeah. Really good retake ults, even denying the plant here with Andre's Fury.
Yeah, Brock is already set up and spawned to do just that. So tap of the spike leads to the ult committed.
30 seconds left.
A little fancy footwork will keep them alive, but will buy a little bit of time.
Ooh, NRG are a bit scattered though. Now this Paranoia not going to be available in the retake, and Flashback is still fighting up.
Scuba has his ult. Flashback is in trouble. There's no real easy way out of this. You kind of have to take your heels in and try to take the fight. Meanwhile, the ult in exchange to try to clear out the lockdown will succeed. Winman pushing the pace, looking to fight forward, stunned up, forced to take another one, and falls at the hands of it. Meanwhile, now Bane and Mako, 2 left standing side by side. And now it's just Mako into 1v3. Brock sticking the defuse. We'll get it all the way there as NRG find a thread to pull on, and they continue to. Wall goes up. Immediately Brock, the Nano 2, they're double diving onto this. That was really cool. The Neon into B, the Waylay into Garage, and Scuba gets a kill.
But Mata backside with this operator has to be forced out. Fully spotted up, but he gets the kill off the lasers. He's still fighting through this site, tearing apart DRX. Mata finds 4.
It was a perfect call. I mean, it looked like he was the one who was in trouble. He was the one who was pushed back off the op. And
as the hit comes in, that's going to be big. Brock is holding on to a dart. He can shoot out from heaven and then spam with the Odin. This will be NRG's best shot at holding DRX. Heavy exec onto A.
Paranoia at the ready as the wall goes up and the smoke goes through. The second one is traded. Mata's actually the first to fall. Flashback back sight. And Brock tries to do his best from heaven, but he's smoked off. Can't really get involved in the situation, and with just over 10 seconds left, the spike goes down.
Yeah, Scuba ran down mid, threatened the flank. I believe broke a tripwire, so DRX have sent Hyunmin to deal with the flank. That allows maybe an opportunity to get back in, but it's still one operator for Psalm.
Tough spot to be in. DRX with the numbers advantage. Flashback does have his ult.
I don't think you play this one, NRG.
I don't think they do either. Yeah, they're calling the save.
And honestly, you look there and you're like, how is it possible that NRG failed to kill more than one player on the exec? And I think a large part of it is that DRX were very quiet in the approach. It wasn't DRX barreling down, long, barreling through short like they had on previous AXX. So NRG didn't necessarily have
Barely taking that line away at just the right time.
a cute little jump peek there to spot the players coming in. And this allows time now for NRG to shift back into the A site. DRX aren't going anywhere, and neither are NRG.
They're waiting on the other side of the smoke. They clear him out. The paranoia through. A couple of members here. Brock once again smoked off. Cannot play. They've lost the sight. So NRG will once again try to flood their way out.
Last time on this A retake, it was all about Mata. Expect him to swap over the guns and get back into this site, but so much challenges. Now the smokes go out to the site. It's time for NRG to act.
What's the go button? What's the spark? What's the catalyst to go? It's actually Ethan who takes first contact. Som close behind him with 2 kills of his own. Freeing. It's done so damn well, but Scoob up top. It pops into 1v1. Flashback with the ult. Scuba drops down, and Flashback takes him. 6 for DRX.
Flashback choosing to pop the ult there is just instant checkmate. I don't know about that.
Yeah, a bit early. Worse for wear.
I mean, but it's a effect of NRG just being denied any amount of information.
Ethan gets his pick, though. And now things slow down once more.
Yeah, the tides turn, whereas before it was NRG without info, wanting to step forward, get something done. Now it's DRX down numbers and Flashback in Garage, sees the gun.
And sees Som, gets one, and gets away. Might get a shot at the second. Mata weak, stays alive.
This is awkward though, Doug. 40 seconds left on the clock. Look where the spike is, down on A short. They're gonna fake a pop into B and try to slip this guy up into A.
And that was the relief. That was the last bit of pressure they needed. Clear Scuba falling, opens the way for them to go. Ethan has to win out all these fights just to have a chance.
This is forbidden technology. This is the legendary B to A split out of DRX. Gunman made it all the way around, but on the other side of the map, Mata has jumped over the tripwire on the flank.
I think Freeing knows. But he's going to miss the timing.
He didn't hear it.
No. And so Mata slipped the net, but he's so weak. He still might have a shot at this, though. 24 HP. Health be damned when you get a shot like that. Bane's the first to fall. What can DRX do? They try to white knuckle their way onto this site. They try to hang on, and it falls into 1v1 once more. Mata was the surprise, but now all attention, all eyes on him. A tap of the spike. A challenge, and Mata seemingly unwinnable. How do you clear that out? The cam falls, yes, but now the real swing comes through. DRX gets 7. Starting to accelerate and push the pace. They have a trip they're going to have to deal with. Nah, I don't know how you get over this. A bit trickier of a problem. And so Mata tries to go fast, and you see they've separated their timings. Freeing, looking for the second. Meanwhile, a couple of ults popped. That will clear the lockdown. DRX still in a position to hang on to the side while Scuba buys his time and waits.
Som is taking so much time on that flank. When he chooses to activate, he needs to find some kill. And yet Bane is holding him down on long.
Brock up in heaven, looking to take the fight, falls. The duelist just getting the best of him. Meanwhile, Flashback holding them back. NRG are stalling out here. I mean, the Paranoia will buy a little bit more space there. Som getting active, Scuba getting 2 kills. And just like that, the site's cracked wide open. Mako and Freeing trying to hang on to this site. Waiting for the challenge. The spike has been taken for a little bit. The gun barrel's there, and the double swing! Mako and Freeing, hang on!
How many years later, and Mako is still just having rounds like that?
Silence across the map.
Drone now comes in for the re-clear. End to Cage to threaten the cross.
Brock is the trap. I don't think they're going to clear him. No, they're not. Beautifully played. But Brock feeling the corners closing in, feeling some of the pressure. Meanwhile, a pit invested mid.
Yeah, Som playing right up in it with a shorty. DRX wanted to pivot back into the B side, but there's an alarm bot, there's a Viper, there's so much to deal with. 30 seconds left on the clock.
He's still in the pit. He's still in the pit, and Women gets decapitated.
So now it becomes a mad dash towards the C site. Still a turret holding that approach. So DRX make the noise, now start shifting back to A. They have to deal with the Neon, and then I believe Maka's going to ult over into A. They're pinching onto long.
They're not going to see him. I don't think they know he's there. Mata plays spoiler. 10 seconds left. The spike gets through, and Mata is the thorn in their side. trying to spam and stop the plan is exactly what they'll do. 3 for the Duelist, a flawless round as NRG gets a 4.
That's a great round to close out the half for NRG, but they are still coming into this second bleeding. Hold a little double thing, and then if they run into any contact, the Garage players can step out. But we've just got 4 players sprinting over into the C site, and we're going to see a little test of these DRX retakes already in the pistol.
Pushing that narrow corridor of the wall, the paranoia is out. It's not going to tag onto anyone. Tap, tap, tap as the spike goes away. Flashback, the first to fall. And they continue to threaten, continue to stall out, but Ethan finally getting that thing down.
Yeah, no threat of that NRG flank, and actually freeing, taking down the Killjoys, turned it around on the map.
Right. And so you have to keep a close eye on that. Are they aware? Surely they know. Yeah, a couple of guns trained that way. No, maybe they weren't as aware as I thought. Vreen gets a free one.
1 enemy remaining.
Oh, they get a couple all over the site. You mentioned they were going to test that retake. Aces across the board.
Yeah, that was a little dance there between our IGLs. Ethan and Mako calling circles around each other, right? Because NRG try to reclaim that garage space as soon as their lurker dies out.
Able to win the pistol, they win the anti-eco, and then they convert the bonus, and that really set off the chain of events that has us to this point.
Hello.
Once again in a spot to try to do it again, and they're pushing for blood. Aggressive down C-Long. Flashback gets the opener. They continue to crunch in, but Scuba punches back.
Yeah, 1 for 1 is good enough for NRG to try and equalize now. They can take a breath.
Generally, you look at this and you go, this is a one and done, but Champs is a different beast. 1 kill found, drops the cage, tries to cover. Can't find any more.
So Bane is going to be able to slip back into the site. Now he needs 1. Flashback's going to need 1. Everyone needs 1. He gets 2!
As Bane gets both. Scuba tries to get them back into the round, get back into the action, but it's another mess. Yeah, it's funny, they talk about swapping sides and how the double duelist going to work on the defensive side. I'm pretty sure the approach has been the same. Play it super high pace, super high tempo, and don't let NRG get a breath.
I mean, it's the same thing right there. Doesn't even have to press it again to go back. He's fine to get the kill and run out anyways.
And if they commit into this A hit, which it seems like will be the case, they have 3 members of the defense here.
I mean, it's just an execution.
I don't know how NRG make adjustments here. DRX looks so good on both sides of the ball.
You don't really have the time to make the adjustments either, unless Sum and Brock can do something.
A high-low like this, yeah, you get your 1, but double, triple face. What are you going to do?
Die to Freeing's lurk again. He's got Sum fully boxed in here. Nowhere left to go but forward.
Snappy on 1. 3 on the round, and yeah, it gets that pit closer and closer, but the problem is they're running out of time. DRX are on map point.
At the end of the day, DRX are still in a great spot.
This trip is still up. Utility has not cleared it. Clement's gonna try to push the pace again, but Ethan, feeling the threat, off the spike, takes the fight, but there's more, there's a layer to it. Science behind it, and DRX again, beautiful performance.
That spike sitting out stranded on the B site. DRX have 3 players here holding it with an iron grip.
With confidence and conviction, DRX continue to push the pace, continue to take the fight to NRG, and every single time they seem to win it out. As close to perfect as you can get. A complete stomp on their map pick, 13-4 for DRX.
I think he was incredible in their first series versus Liquid. I think the interplay that they had with Waylay Yoru is better than what we just saw with Waylay Neon. Now, does it necessarily mean that that's going to be more of a worry? No, this is a much better map.
Now up into elbow as well, but NRG have 3 players here. It's going to be very hard to make forward progress for DRX.
We say that.
I mean, they've got a flash on the Oru.
We say that.
That's it.
There's that flash. And there's the snap onto Brock. Flashback, picking up right where you left off.
And now the 2 NRG members slip away from the site, play inside their own smoke. The map's also gone quiet. This is a little concern for NRG. Now the fights start coming online. NRG back into the thick of it, but DRX just cut them down. 1 by 1 they go. Only Ethan to try and stop it, but it's not going to happen.
Scuba's going to show up real late into this 1v3, and yeah, they're weak. And Scuba's been good. But he's really going to have to show up here. It doesn't matter how good you are domestically. International stages are where you make a name for yourself. And Scuba has been thrust into the spotlight now. Spike ticks away, and Scuba has to play this so carefully, so quietly. No challenge given. No free fight afforded. Fully denying any advantage they might be able to pull. And so on the tap, he finds one. That's freeing, one of the weaker ones, but Flashback gets his 3, and that's the pistol. That's 3 pistols in a row for DRX, if I'm not mistaken.
It absolutely is. Not just that, it was complete overuse of the Odin on Corrode and Lotus.
Right, the Broden, some might say.
I mean, Brock is always making sure he can buy that, even if it means light armor. This is 4 players on light armor, and DRX have bought up a few guns.
That's big.
I mean, it absolutely is. Down in numbers to try and convert yet another bonus.
Yeah, I mean, round 3, you've got it early.
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, you would have loved to see NRG peek forward for a pick, but here he goes.
The dimensional drift will pave the way, or at least get a little bit of info.
And they all dodged the knife.
But there are 2 here, and they know exactly where they are. Women behind enemy lines. TP's back away. And Flashback once again nipping at his heels, looking to take the fight. And it's a disaster once more for NRG. Saw him the last standing.
Spike planted.
They crumble.
Shadows.
Flashback has silenced NRG in these opening 3 rounds. Completely devastating this site, popping the old down in numbers. There's not a round left for Som to play.
No. The bonus again.
And this is where the memories of Haven starts to surface once more. You know, you could have written off Haven and said, okay, it's DRX's map pick. We've got our 2 best in the pool coming up for NRG. But now as things start going horribly wrong on your defensive side of all things, those doubts are right at the fore. And even if DRX try to come back into B, well, I was going to say they have the knife on Ethan to slow it down. Now that is not an option, and this pop could rip them apart.
Scuba doesn't have a spit. There's a flash, and there's the wall. And again, it's the double dash. It's again, Flashback right behind him. Again, an opener for DRX. Brock tries to do his best, but he's just an S-domino to fall.
30 seconds left.
NRG had absolutely nothing to slow down that hit. That pulling, that when Hyunmin goes into the site, just diving into the center there, all of a sudden everyone at NRG is turning to deal with him. And that's exactly when Flashback is coming in, popping them, ruining their hold. This is an NRG without answers.
I mean, a change of scenery, a different map, but it feels to me like the approach for DRX is incredibly similar. And it's the same problem that NRG are going to have to solve. And Yinsu was talking about it on the desk. Bonkar said they just explode out onto the site. That seems like that'll be approach for DRX here.
Yeah, as the split comes into A, I wonder if it's going to be difficult for Mata to quickly pinch into A.
Only 2 on site. The dart's not going to do a ton. They try to cancel out on the other side.
Bane
Odin gets a little bit, but Bane gets more. And now they can call off the side if they want to rotate away. It's just going to be on Som.
Yeah, Som, who's tucked over into the corner on the left side here. Now, Bane is low HP, but he's going to be the bait for DRX. Som needs 2 here to give NRG a chance.
There's this 1. How much more can he do? 2, 3! And all of a sudden, they're up in numbers. Women should be able to get the spike down, though. And now left in a 1v2. He has been a demon. But this time, he falls. NRG, they get on the board. Assuming he stays alive, Mata has to keep him up. Just waiting on the other side of the wall. It's going to be a quick draw. It goes down.
30 seconds left.
Mata spots the shoulders, fights into the swing, gets the best of Flashback, gets freeing too. Now the ult hits out onto the site. The paranoia should buy a little bit of time. The defenses of NRG looking to stand strong, looking to hold.
And look at this, Doug. Mata quickly on the flank through mid with only 12 seconds left on the clock. NRG are moving in.
Flash over the top.
10 seconds left.
DRX through, Mata with 3 on the round, make that 4. Looking for the ace, and Mata delivers.
Welcome to the big stage, Mata. Smile on his face.
30 seconds left.
He is no stranger to the ace. 10 domestically
10 seconds left.
in his first year in Americas. And now here, just thriving in the chaos.
That's another one. That's another one.
That's where Mata's going to be playing. We'll see if he can take the 1v1 against the other Waylay.
Flashback, taking all of this space and elbow, getting all the info that he possibly can, and there's Swinman not far off. You mentioned the Nightfall. It's actually a TP coming through from Sam.
30 seconds
As Mata
left.
waits for the challenge, waits for the swing. TP proc, the fight's there, and it's Flashback who comes out on top. Scuba's gonna try to do a bit of the same on the other side of the smoke. Double face on the other side of it. Patiently waiting, they swing, they get his. But Brock with the Odin also crumbles. Gets his one, and now the ult pop. 10 seconds left, the spike still goes down. This is a dangerous spot. Manages to stay alive. With the Odin, what can he do to take this back? One of the newest additions to the team, again, has to play savior for NRG. And DRX have been so airtight, so rock steady. Brock creeping forward, looking for a fight. He will slowly inch his way up. A tap of the spike. That eye's not going to tag him. Brock's going to stick it. Oh, he had a shot. Gets down to 1v1. Freeing's on the challenge, and it was a tap at just the wrong time.
DRX are like, okay, sure, we'll just keep going A because he can't hold that side of the map.
Mata's up really early with an op. Has the TP procced. Jump spots that again. Gets away. Whew, risky, but they're chasing him down. Brock tries to fill in on the space. Spam coming through the most uncomfortable position, and eventually the spam connects.
And at the same time, Mako from the shadows into the back line now. DRX surrounding NRG on this A site. Sam does well to shut him down.
The op, just off the mark, flashed up. But once again, DRX get the openers. They get the site. They get the space. Freeing's gonna catch Scuba too.
He saw him. What?
Oh no, what happened there? Freeing misplays that horribly. And now they're gonna rotate back onto B, and the defenses are gonna be there first.
Yeah, he expected Scuba to keep on walking forward now. All of a sudden, it's a bit of a mess. 30 seconds left onto the clock. Scuba still has a molly, and has the wall.
And Mata has an op and will have the line.
Oh!
There it is, the collat! On to 2, Scuba gets the last. NRG gets a 3. Right off timings, Scuba has tucked. And he was a menace from this exact position for NRG in their previous series. Tucked behind the wall, he's gonna get another one, isn't he? Finds Flashback, trigger discipline, but no. Fires a little bit too early. He gets one, but DRX take the site.
30 seconds left.
It's a little bit delayed, a little bit of hesitation, but the outcome's the same.
Welcome to my world.
Scuba's gonna spend a long time thinking about that round. Had a chance to be the dagger in the back of DRX, but now that responsibility moves to Mata and Brock. And the weaponry just isn't really there. Mata's looking at a full HP Bane and main.
He's got to take this line to maybe get a gun upgraded, but Bane is there waiting, as you mentioned.
There's just no way.
No, Brock 1v3, he's got the Odin. He'll get one. Dropping into the pit, forced to take the fight. And it's just not when you're going to win there.
And that's wild, too, because I think Scuba's having an incredible tournament, like even in the tough halves.
But he takes a step back, pushes off the line. Ethan has joined, does not have knife.
Yep, NRG eat up some of the gas, and it's time to go into this site. No info on Scuba.
Yeah, Flashback only spotting one. Ethan now 2, TP's out, and it's Mako who fills in. But they're stalling out onto the site. The Parano's going to buy a little bit of time. Once again, Scuba can play spoiler. Once again, Scuba can deliver, and he does. 2 found. Onto the third, but of course.
And now Mata's here on the flank.
He's got the op in hand. Slowly swinging out onto the site. Trying to get the spike down. He spotted him. But is he going to land the shot? Patience with it right on the mark. And it's going to be him in a 1v2. He's going to be able to get his ones as well, isn't he? The Brock. Odin on the other side, and it's Mata that closes it out. NRG salvage 5 on a half that felt like they were lucky to get this far.
I mean, look, it's a breath of life.
They've gotten the space, but now what?
the fight forward into elbow. That's the idea for NRG.
Oh, they're scaling with the spike. They're not even concerned about getting it down. They want to take this fight all the way up. And Freeing jumps down from heaven, gets the best of Mana. But Scuba and Brock are there to wait and greet with open arms. What a chaotic pistol. And as the dust settles, Bane is left in a 1v4, trying to spam through the smoke, trying to get a free one. It will not be allotted, at least not yet. Such a wild approach.
So close. Pretty reserved buy for them as well. They want to give DRX a bit of taste of their own medicine too, with nice pathing, diving up onto the box. I don't know about that one, Mata.
Unfortunate timing there, but manages to stay alive. There's the swing onto Bane. Bullet between his eyes, and all of a sudden the defense gets a little bit lighter, a little bit weaker. Wow. You want to get out of this as cleanly as you can. That's one Guardian down. All you've got left is the Vandal. They cannot afford this. The disaster that this would be. They've got to find a way to convert here. And DRX are ripping this out of their hands. Mako gets 3. Brock left in a 1v2. Whispers of nightmare creep over their shoulder as DRX snatches it away.
I don't know if they're still going to be smiling, Doug. It looks awfully quiet down on that stage.
They're fully faking this B hit. A flash over the top of smoke through, but they're not biting. They still have mid control. DRX are still A.
Mako still waiting by elbow, right on the other side of this wall.
And Yunmin here. There's Mako. Sam gets the best of him. But there's still threat on the other side of this smoke. Yunmin creeping forward. Swings a bit aggressively. Ambitious, perhaps, and pays for it.
And that was a very signature NRG round. They are great at freezing after they've made a lot of space, especially onto the A site. See DRX a little bit uncomfortable. How to deal with that once NRG went quiet, although now Bane finding that opener, right back in things.
4v3, the spike is down, a couple of members on side of NRG are
this
weak.
mid-fight
Goes the way of DRX, and all of a sudden, becomes a bit more problematic. Again, look at the health bars on the side of NRG. Time is so short, though, and I think they're calling the save.
Yeah, Freeing's not trying to play the round. I mean, credit to NRG there. Being able to find their way onto the A site.
See the buy for DRX, it's not great. 2 rifles. Pace out of A, though. This is a cheeky little setup, and they're rewarded for it. Scuba gets caught asleep at the wheel.
That's what our NRG do, force up into mid, but this hold from flashback is perfect!
Beautiful off angle. Remember, this buy was not great. Remember, they only had 2 rifles. They've already gotten 2 picks, and flashback's getting another. And so once again, the Thrifty from a couple of rounds ago rears its ugly head. NRG are trying to push their way back out onto the site, but it's another nightmare. It's a flawless round as DRX punch back.
In the inventory.
Gonna fall back here.
Flash over the top, Paranoia. NRG looking to give them a bit of their own medicine. An aggressive hit towards A, but they stall out and Sam gets caught. Sticks the TP and overstays his welcome. And they haven't gotten onto the site. The spike hits the ground. Traded back though, and they're in a position where they can recover it. They're in a position where they can play around it.
It's all going to come down to this flank from Freeing.
Yeah, DRX with the numbers advantage. And there's nothing really to check it. They have to face hold this if you're NRG, and they're not. And so they huddle up. They continue to push further and further into the site. Try to play around the advantages they have. But the gun barrel gives Scuba away. Freeing gets the pick. And now they're going to be able to pop the ult too. That's going to make this so much messier. Bane and Mako, the only 2 left out onto the site, swinging around a tap of the spike. Mata and Brock repositioning, looking to take this fight somewhere else, as Mata does. Bane into the swing, Mata gets 3. And NRG get away with the round.
That's a great post plant there for Mata.
Again, Freeing has taken this line, but he is alone. There's not a lot of help here. Meanwhile, the ult is popped mid. Freeing realizing he's in a position to make a play, gets his 1. That's all it is. And now it's on Bane, who's going to be challenged. Flashback has joined. Sam TPing forward right into his death. As Bane's there to meet him, gets another. Not able to connect onto the 3rd, and there is the Outlaw. Flashback connects. Brock in the face of 3. Cannot convert. DRX get to double digits.
DRX seem to have all the answers. and Flashback in particular. They've clued in on this idea that NRG are just forcing round after round.
That had trouble written all over it. And so off of that, the response is they try to speed up E. Off of Ethan's ult, Mata TP's forward, spams into the smoke, gets one. You mentioned this was do or die. They have to find a way through, but Flashback hits where it hurts into the second. Brock falls, tucks back, looks for another fight, and it's Freeing who joins in on the fray. Things slow down into a 2v2 with the pit. Actually, forget about slowing down. They want to continue to push the pace. Ethan will drop a volley to provide a little bit of cover, provide a little bit of space. Dropping down from over the box. Ethan is there to greet. Mako left in a 1v2. Decay down to next to nothing. Ethan gets 4. NRG get to 9.
A major round there.
And so can they do it again?
Well, we're just back to the B site. NRG want to get in and get in quick.
A barrage of utility soars into the site. And then they TP back out, finding out that nobody's home. But DRX are there. They're knocking on the door. They're waiting to flood.
Nowhere to run.
And that might just be the cue. If they can find space around it. Brock pops his ult. No target found, but there's Bane with 2.
Spike down, B.
The scale up might be a bit too far. There's Winman, but Mata's there to greet him. Outlaw not connecting. Just off the mark.
Enemy remaining.
It's all on to Mako now. A 1v2 and a winnable one. Paranoia will buy a little bit of time. NRG slow things down. Mako, can you pull this one off?
Spike planted.
Quietly put in a position to play spoiler. Such a tenured player, historic. And again, thrust into a spot to be iconic once more. Mako playing up in heaven. Looking for a fight. And it's not being given to him now. Getting active. And Mata is the one who stops it. NRG gets to double digits.
And he's been taking the Outlaw to mid more often than not. The A-line might be a bit of a surprise.
Inman here might be too, but that knife will tag. They're going to try to split out onto B. The Paranoia will provide a little cover, but he didn't get tagged, and so it's traded back, and Mako's there.
Down mid.
So all of a sudden, this hit starts to stall out.
Where is
Starts to
Scuba
lose a little
going?
bite. Yeah, and Scuba's gone exploring with the spike. He cannot get caught here.
It's so major that Flashback doesn't find him. Scuba has a chance to pop a timing that DRX have no clue could happen.
And also, if he falls with the spike, the round might be over. I mean, this is playing on a knife's edge.
There's only one guy left on the site. Freeing has to fall for NRG to win this. There's no way the timings!
He turns, he spots them. Freeing falls, and now the site is theirs. However, Flashback has arrived, switching over to a Phantom. 3 more targets waiting as the flank shows up from Bane a little bit further away. But should arrive just on time. NRG looking to tie us up. Looking to potentially take us to Lotus. But DRX in a spot to play spoiler. Flashback in a 1v3. 23 and 15 so far. And we'll need 3 more to pull this one off. That's his one, but 30 HP. The possibility, the opportunity, it dwindles, it fades away. And with that, Flashback takes a step back. He's saving the gun, he's getting out. NRG will tie us up.
The presence of mind there from Scuba. After the disaster that happened in mid for NRG, to gamble it up into spawn. I mean, that is as risky a play as you can make, right? That is a play that...
Flashback has the op, we talked about it, and look at where he's posted up right now. Look at where NRG is. They're going right into the teeth of it. Immediately flashed, immediately pushed back. And now they're gonna speed up, give them a bit of their own medicine. Flashback strikes, and he's gonna double dip. He's sticking around, has no choice, digs his heels in. Connects onto Ethan, and Bane is here. Flashback gets another. Only one way through, and that's forward for Flashback. He's gonna pop the flash, shorty in hand. A second set of Bane pushes it out and pays for it with his life. And NRG avoid that mess. Look at their health bars. Slivers,
Spike planted.
scraps. But hope dies last.
Player standing.
The swing out and Som connects. Mako in a 1v3. Again, as storied as he is, once again, travels the world and now has a chance to play for the crown, to play for the throne, to push DRX past NRG, but he's saving, he's out of the play, he's cutting his losses, he's tucking tail.
It's another round DRX are forced to save, and another round where it feels like they have no chance to get back into the site. NRG winning with numbers. This is a far cry from what we saw previously. DRX stealing rounds away, DRX winning handedly, and NRG limping out with a round win. This is now an NRG in control.
Either they take us to Lotus or it's OT on the cards. Standing at the side of B, looking to storm the gates, the ult's out to dash through. I think Mata got tagged.
Uh-oh, Doug. This flank is quick. Two players coming in very, very soon. DRX have NRG surrounded. But there's no way out but forward.
But they're scaling forward, you're absolutely right. Looking to take that elbow fight. We'll see if the call is right. Mata falls. Freeing there at the ready. The paranoia invested too, and all of a sudden you feel the walls closing in. Claustrophobic for NRG. As they have no way out, they're forced to deal with this. They're forced to try to take this fight, and they walk away on top of 3v3. The spike ticking away, and now it's on DRX. The onus is on them. They're the ones who have to get active. Tap of the spike to force the fight. The spam comes through. Som, Shorty connects. Mako once again a 1v3. Try to keep them alive, and he cannot. We're going the distance. We're going to Lotus.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. DRX, yeah, they're going to run that comp again.
As they should. Like I said, the amount of flexibility that you get with this composition, especially on big maps like Corrode, where the rotations can be heavily punished.
Playing the double duelist, flashback completely taking over in the previous game. This will be them playing attack on the first side for the third map in a row. And to say they have been hard to deal with is an understatement.
Already dashing out onto the site. You see the suck towards spawn. You see the C's and the smoke elsewhere too, and Brock and Som filling out onto the side, able to get a couple of picks. They slammed the door on the DRX hit.
It's wild that it's just back and forth here, 3-on-3, and now by tapping the door, it forces Scuba and the rest of NRG to start shifting back into C. DRX, though, they've hit the brakes.
Oh, this
They're
is
now
beautiful.
Slowly easing on the gas, getting into this B side. It belongs to them.
A little misdirection, and NRG are caught. And so they fake their way out onto the site. They get the spike down.
Ooh, peekaboo.
And now it's going to be on NRG. The nade through, forcing the fight forward. Kills traded. And as it settles and as it gets quiet, NRG continue to push forward, continue to creep. A little bit more utility to have to deal with this. Mata gets the best of him. Bane's locked in a 1v1 with Scuba on the other side. And Bane for DRX hits it again.
I just don't understand it.
And so he takes a step back, buys enough time for the defenses of NRG to rotate over.
Quick Flood is the name of the game. A little trap here with the C's as well.
The nade on the other
Youngman
side.
still gets two.
Balls.
I mean, he was seized.
Ethan up in heaven. Cannot respond, cannot punch back, and stop me if you've heard this one before, but DRX are going to win the bonus.
It's not as if NRG don't have ideas. There's a C's going down. They've got Util connecting. Youngman is decayed off that C's down to no HP. Still gets 2 kills. It's just unfathomable that the duelists on DRX's side can fight their way out of these massively unfavored situations, and to be able to do it so consistently as well.
Or excuse me, there's an I nade, and they don't really commit into it either. Meanwhile, they're going fast B. The paranoia is already out. The double dash is through, and Brock keeps him back. I feel like that's the first time we've seen Hyunmin punished like that.
Yeah, this reminds me of that Haven round where they try to sprint up into the B side. Now, with Fring dropping as well, it gets messy. DRX are trying to play both B and A. Insert some chaos into the thick of things, but all it's done is leave them with 3 members alive.
And so they quietly rotate back to the other side of the map. You still have a little bit of ice utility here. Wall, Thorns as well. And Scuba close by.
Yeah, there's even the Viper Orb as well in the choke point there. So very likely DRX want to poke their head into C site, create some pressure, bait out the wall, get some gas going, and maybe that opens up a lurk opportunity. up front B.
I think they were looking for the wall B with the clone. They find out that it's not there by process of elimination. You understand? No, wait a second. This should be here. Flashback tag, TP's away, and there's the wall. So that should tell them exactly where the hit is headed.
30 seconds.
NRG already have players here. 2 as a matter of fact, and Scuba will play things slow. It's going to be a full-on retake. NRG looking to abuse numbers.
Meanwhile, Flashback looking to take the fight to them, not allowing them to settle. But Scuba swings out onto the site, covers into their backs. And Brock gets another one. Bane, a 1v4. Good luck. That's 2. 9 bullet. No! Bane does it again! The Red Bull clutch as DRX off of the backs of a ringer. 11-0, still more to find. And now Flashback gets involved.
And this was out of the timeout. NRG forcing light armor and Guardians. Now already down a man. And one of the worst players to lose as well. That's all your information gone. Your in-game leader at 0-6.
Brutal start for him. Flashback pops his ult, goes exploring C. Procs the wall too, and look at the minimap. Starting to rotate over. Mata spotted, pops his ult, but nobody's home!
It is just a difference. Maybe the door being tapped, Mata might find something, but it goes wide. DRX dancing on NRG in this round. Perfect calling, smooth on the entry from Flashback, and now a 5v4 post.
30 seconds left.
And still a spotless stat line from their fade. The nade through, and now Yeoman's gonna pop his own ult to make matters even worse. I mean, you buy a little bit of time off of the Vice ult, but for what? Flashback falls, but there's Bane again, striking! Gets 2, stays alive! The man is invincible! He cannot die!
This year, Mata dominate. If you want to look at this tournament, it could be Scuba, but it's got to be someone.
Brother, Bane alone has more kills than all of NRG combined.
I mean, he's averaging 2 kills a round right now on Fade.
Sam gets involved, the Odin provides some problems. That nade's gonna be good.
Could it be Mata with the operator? Ethan holding down on stairs as well.
Op, just off the mark. But he's gonna get a shot at it again. This is a miserable spot to be in. Do they realize they've lost full control of this? They do. Mata connects.
Spike down A.
Now the spike is scooped back up. Brock's gonna try to fill in. Missing the spam window, but knows where he is. Easy kill found. And barring a miracle from freeing, NRG will get there first. 49 HP. The question is, how disciplined does he choose to be? Brock on the tap, he's got the spam line, but Brock does too.
Okay. A little bit by committee in that round.
That passive information. But no, they're deciding to double down on C. That smoke might send them into motion.
30 seconds.
Mata's got the op. Ooh, rare miss. They're gonna end B. The paranoia is out. They break the door. Hyunmin pops his ult, but it's traded back by the Steel Garden.
20 seconds.
They're really burning this candle at both ends here. Mata satchels away. They try to fill in onto the spike. The spike hits the ground as Ethan tries to hold the line on his own. Flashback pushes the pace. And Hyunmin grabs the spike, sinks it into the soil of the site, but Sam is there over the top. Mako in the face of 3, make that 2. And the suppressive fire might just be too much. Sam gets it to half, waits it out. 51 HP into the swing. Brock gets 3. NRG will get their second.
Brock has quietly had a couple of hugely impactful rounds for the team.
My ult's ready.
Flashback gets his ult. Bane is one off of his. They're gonna fully send C, aren't they?
NRG have 4 players here ready to quickly get back into the site.
They're not even getting those early fights that they were getting in the first 2 maps. That ult is gonna cause problems though. They were so far up, it's certainly gonna stall them out. And with that time window, Bane gets the spike down.
Here it comes.
Now the Nightfall's traded back. They can't hear a damn thing. And off of that, they creep out onto the site. Denied one of their senses. Mata connects. Gunman looking to tag. Cannot. Everybody huddled in. Side by side, looking to take these fights, and it's DRX who look like they're coming out on top, but Scuba trades. A 2v2 now, and time is short. They've got to find their way into this if they're going to do it. Can Brock pull this off? Drops down, takes the fight, finds his one, but
time!
I don't think he's going to have enough.
This is bullshit.
And it's Mako who can just wait it out. He's got to stick it. Mako connects.
I love the setup there from DRX.
Flashback already tagged by the spam to open the round. NRG are getting curious. They're getting active. Ooh, what a snap.
And you think back to Haven, when NRG didn't have the answers. It was about just going at DRX. These walks. And Mata's confidence to take the fights. It gives NRG a numbers advantage. But when we get into the post lane, it'll still be awkward. DRX don't have so much tools to fight for because the flashes have been taken away. With the Yoru falling early on.
Mako doesn't have his ult.
They're still fighting in water.
Mata pops his ult, gets the kill. So that'll buy a little bit of time. The eye, too.
NRG needs some pressure coming back in from water. Otherwise, they're going to get permanently stalled into choke, but they're so worried. Now, the spike hasn't gone down yet, so they have the time to regroup. Now, 3 players advance to deal with Mako.
Sam has his flash. But they're contacting up. That's danger. Mako looking to stand tall, eventually falls. Freeing's left in a 1v3.
Flash trap destroyed.
A long-awaited paranoia just off the mark. The dog invested 2 to spot the last remaining member of DRX. NRG will get to 3.
Planting the spike is the real challenge, though, with the Odins. DRX this time don't have that threat of fighting forward. Now the ultimate comes down.
Sees nade. Mako swinging out.
Spike planted.
And they use that ult to guarantee the spike being planted. But what is the next layer? Because there's a lurk in mid, there's a wall holding it, now Mako's fallen.
And we're due for Bedlam on the site once more. The wall is proc, but all eyes forward. Just in case there wasn't enough chaos, a couple rounds to go, a triple swing! Yeoman playing on the other side of the smoke will get popped. There's not much left for DRX. I mean, they didn't really have the guns to begin with, but now swinging out onto it, Freeing left in a 1v3. And the defuse will come through. Who was the spark for NRG? It was Brock.
Round after round, Brock has... The other players on NRG are constantly stealing the limelight.
Yeah.
But in this, the most important game NRG have played all year. He has delivered.
Fast out of B. And NRG are there to greet. A dog to pave the way. And Hyunmin was not able to find anything.
Could it be a second pistol in this series for NRG? They didn't even take too much damage on the backside of that either. A couple of sheriffs in their hands, only Mako on this side of the map.
Careful here.
And at that, playing a passive position, nobody inside of tree, so NRG are going to have free reign to play this post plant up numbers.
Paranoia out, the satchel through, they've taken the site. Brock is left to hold the line. Spotting Mako, snaps his head back. Beautifully done.
Interesting plant for backside here. NRG threatened up the rope, now doubled up in drop.
I may have gotten a couple of tags if I'm not mistaken. So now Flashback pushing forward, finding a weak, soft spot. And now Bane's up in heaven, put away. Flashback's left in a 1v3 with the Sheriff in hand. Ethan's getting curious. He swings out a little bit ahead of it and gets the kill. Flashback with the line, a tap. Once more of the spike. Finally goes down.
He's just daring someone on NRG to swing him. Give him a chance, take that fight, but NRG have bundled up into Bend. Gonna force DRX to come into them.
There's not a ton of space on the site. They're gonna try to bully him off of it. But NRG not taking a step back. Deciding to fight with strength, fight with numbers. Sam gets his 2, but the flash messes everything up. Scuba joins in.
Last player standing.
It's all on to Mako, a 1v3. And I don't think he can pull this one off. NRG get a bonus of their own. The gap is now 1.
Exactly what they needed. And I think NRG have maybe found something here. Still need to keep things clean.
Easier said than done. Satchel's out onto the site. Mod is there, turns the flash. Cannot connect, but traded back.
Great cover from Psalm.
He's been a rock for this team.
And yeah, no reason to overheat into the site. Again, very tempered approach. NRG can call these pauses. Sheffield's got a really good grasp. Trusting his teammates there. Slow it down, move back over to the A side. I mean, DRX has rotated every single player they had on to C on an eco round like this. And once again, Ethan navigates his team into an empty A site finish.
Yeah, beautifully read. Even min-maxing, getting Ethan to get the spike down. Will have his Nightfall in this round, and presumably to use in the next.
Spike planted.
DRX realize that the rug has been pulled out from under them. So they all try to rotate over. I mean, do they commit into this fight? I mean, I guess why not? Really, or not really the DRX way to try otherwise.
Wow.
And that's going to proc the Nightfall just on the other side of the eye. Yunmin's able to get one. No weapon. Oh, there is a weapon upgraded. Excuse me. Scoob on the swing. And who else but the steady hands of Brock to put one away? But Bane can't continue. Cannot convert. We're tied.
It is dead even here.
Yeah, who's the first to get antsy? Who's the first to make a misstep?
It's a pinch into B. Door broken down. Mako's gonna hear it, but it's not nearly enough information. Keep your eyes on Gunman in heaven.
He did not get tagged by that ult. He's gonna have a chance at this fight. We'll buy a little bit of time with the hinder, but the spit keeps the RX back. And now they're gonna flood out.
Mata!
This is their fast, but Mata takes the fight to them. Now they're gonna try to flood in. Can they get past the dam? They've busted it down. DRX looking to take the site back. Bane and Mako trying to do their best, but it's Mata in a 1v1. 30 HP. The op in hand. Tries to find the shot, but it's just off the mark. Pushes with the shorty, forced to reload. And Mako stands tall.
The rookie versus the vet.
Oh gosh, he's gonna get challenged to hand.
Time to jump.
He blows Ethan's hand right off. Now Flashback takes a quick step back. Mata trying to get a little revenge. Shows a hand of his own, and it's ill-advised. Flashback alone might have won them this round. But we've mentioned it, you never count NRG out. The paranoia through. Spike should get out onto the site. Freen was there to clean him up. Brock in a 1v4.
Not a chance. They could open up the door and pinch back into NRG.
This looks so fast. The flash on the other side. Meanwhile, a fight on both fronts.
Wow.
Mata's the one who wins it out. Weathering the storm. And then they speed up B.
Unbelievable. NRG still have lurkers on each side of the map too. So the slower this retake is, the better it looks for NRG. DRX must act quickly.
They're going to scale up. Remember, Mata took that aggro heaven fight and won it.
It's all about putting this pressure down. Mata needs to show that force up into heaven to buy time for his lurkers to activate, to regroup back with the team.
Love that nade. Actually drops it back. Trying to take this fight. Flashback. Beautiful flash. Beautiful kill. Flashback gets another. DRX snatched the site out of their hands. The two lurkers that you mentioned are going to show up too little, too late. Scuba's going to try his best, but he will fall. DRX get to 11.
Just a picture-perfect retake out of DRX. Eyes on Fring, who's now called in Flashback, called in two members. Hold arm in arm. Here comes the hit.
Fring clearing the eye. Flashback! But NRG punch back, and now they drop a pit of their own. Things slow down.
No, it doesn't. The Waylay ultimate, NRG hold their ground.
Yeah, but it went towards heaven. They weren't funneling behind it. And now Brock has the Odin. Brock has the Odin. And whenever that's in play, NRG have a chance.
This time, NRG are ready. That quick rotate from DRX. They tried to filter 3 players back into the site. NRG shut it down beautifully. And I mean, even getting the Waylay ult on the other side is just the cherry on top to the round. Because now, in crunch time, we're looking at 11 rounds to 9. We're looking at 4 more. And Flashback has the operator. Mound has been his domain, but Mata shuts him out!
He had a shot at it too, try snapping up, cannot connect. And now, full gas forward. Prowler out, Satchel through, but the paranoia in exchange for Mako might be good enough. Mata gets clocked, clotheslined, and so connects with the up. Freeing into 1v3. Ethan gets a spike down. Brock delivers. NRG get to 10.
It's mayhem. What a call. And it's been the young talent that has been stepping up, and it will be the young talent to determine which of these 2 squads will advance.
Flashback with the up. Hyunmin tries to TP away, and he's caught.
One of those names drops in a pivotal round.
But there's another rookie who can step up. There's another young blood who can fill in.
And Flashback has not shown this look. Pushed up into A lobby. He has destroyed NRG when they try to re-clear him. They have not succeeded to do so.
Crosshair heavy.
Cutting through.
Position given away.
He's once more.
You lunatic!
He's nuts!
Punishes Ethan!
He has had Ethan's number all day long.
The only numbers that really matter right now are the 4 headed towards C, though. Paranoia will buy a little bit of time, but doesn't connect onto everyone. And now the Visol to buy a little space. Green might not have been tagged. Oh, he was. So they're going to get the site for free.
It'll be a 4-on-4 retake, but Flashback has the dimensional drift. He will have full information of where NRG are playing. They will have to fight out against all odds.
He's got a shorty. Pops the ult. Ventures forth. Looking to pick a target. Looking for a name to claim. And it's Bane who falls first, and there it is! Psalm's the one who falls! NRG still with the numbers advantage. Mako's so far away from the play. It's Flashback on his own. 3 on the round. Scuba puts him out. NRG gets a series point. But it's still just a push and pull. It's a pump break.
Only one player actually tagged on that.
Yeah, and now they can speed up. They're gonna have this C side if they go. And go they do. Freeing. Wrapped around, he falls. Mata gets 2. The young star looking to push NRG there. Questions about when they die have been, they will continue to go unanswered. NRG prove that you cannot kill what you did not create. For the very first time in org history, welcome to the Champs playoff stage.